On this episode of the Carolina Sports Guy, I want to look at 3 things to look for on offense for the Carolina Panthers in this Week 3 matchup with the Houston Texans on Thursday night. Before we get into today's content, folks, make sure you subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Hit that bell notification to be notified of future videos on the Panthers. Pound that like button. And by all means, folks, leave some comments. I love the dialogue. All right, folks, I want to look at 3 things real quick. It's a short week. Trying to knock everything out between the college football going on, between looking at the Saints game that we just won and some of the aftermath and the review of that, and now getting prepared for this Week 3 matchup with the Houston Texans. Now, I will say I think the score will be closer than what many people feel because it's our first road game. That's a short week. Preparing for a quarterback we don't know for sure who we're going to face. Still a lot going on. But there are 3 things I want to look at on offense that we need to concentrate on. Thing number 1, Sam Darnold. Keep gaining confidence in his passing game. If the line keeps blocking like they do, if Sam Darnold will keep spreading the ball around, look, the difference in Week 1 and Week 2, he did have a pick this second week, a boneheaded play, but he's starting to get more people involved. So, it's one thing when you had Ian Thomas that had a great game the first week, had a decent game the second week, maybe not as much yardage, but Dan Arnold really came to play. Number 2, CMC was still involved, catching the ball as a safety valve for Darnold out of the backfield. Number 3, Robbie Anderson didn't score, but he had some key third down catches and caught the ball more. DJ Moore had a lot of balls he caught again and had a lot of yak in this game and even scored. But really, keeping Terrace Marshall Jr. involved, Darnold, that's another person for him to go to. And with Zylstra having a huge game and scoring, you got to really give it to Darnold. He's throwing this ball around. He's not just concentrating on one person. Now, I think Shi Smith coming in, if we can get Tommy Tremble involved in this offense as well, we'll have to wait and see how that goes. You're starting to see Darnold utilize all the weapons in his offense. And I just think that's one thing we just got to keep seeing Sam Darnold's confidence grow. The more games he wins, the more touchdowns he throws, the higher his passing completion record is, we're going to be doing really well. He's going to really blossom. Number 2, I think the one thing you can look for in this game, folks, I know CMC's been running the ground. I didn't find it as too much when he catches a ball out of the backfield and he gets a 15-yard scamper and goes out of bounds untouched. It's not tearing the tread off the tires like a run up the middle for 3 yards and getting pounded and hit. Even though, you're running around all day long, it does wear and tear you a little. But I think CMC is going to finally have over 100 yards receiving and 100 yards rushing in this game. I think he's going to have 100 of each, and I think this is going to be his first multiple touchdown game this year. He's going to get 2. So if we can use him in the passing game like we've been doing, get him some tosses on the outside and these runs outside the tackles, that might open up a little bit. Run him up the middle. I know we still got to do it to keep the offense honest, but I just watched CMC in this game. I think you're going to see more yardage receiving and rushing and more multiple touchdowns. Number 3, Zylstra and Marshall getting more targets and yak. Darnold spreading the ball around. We know DJ Moore's a good target. We know Robbie Anderson's getting the ball, and he scored on that first week a long touchdown pass. We're going to see Shi Smith getting involved. Hopefully this will be a week and we can get him involved. Like I said, with the tight ends like Darnold and Ian Thomas and hopefully Tommy Tremble. But I'm really concentrating on Terrace Marshall. I think maybe we'll see him score a touchdown this week if he keeps catching the ball as well as he does. And I really think Zylstra coming to play and scoring a touchdown. If you really have your 4th receiver starting to look good and shine, even if they only catch 3 or 4 passes, but if they're getting 20, 30, 40 yards, scoring a touchdown in the game, it's just going to make it that much easier for Darnold, and it's going to have our receivers gaining confidence in him. So, folks, what do you think? What are the 3 things you think we need to look for on offense against the Texans in this short week? Leave me some comments. I love the dialogue. Pound that like button. Hit that bell notification to be notified of future videos like this on the Panthers. And by all means, folks, subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. I will see you on another episode of Carolina Sports Guy.